know in the industry, and make sure you're
Okay,
new people.
and we are live right now.
For us, we actually
and I'm actually joined
there's so many different types
by
and levels
Zerowave
to include into our industry.
321.
That's what makes it diverse, so we can have such great experiences.
You
as a recruiter, how cool is it for you?
Hold on, go ahead and try to say something to speak over these
passionate about video
people.
Games and might,
oh no, on mine, I've muted them.
It's so exciting.
But you
the
can't
vibe here
because
is
you're on
great.
Xbox.
Just, I love knowing that we're surrounded by so many good people. And
unfortunately, I am.
it's great to see that come into our culture.
The audio for Zerowave is coming through as the same audio channel as
you can be a recruiter.
the stream, so for me to turn down the stream, I would also turn down Zerowave.
Perfect place to be
and
because, as I said earlier, you know, there's so many passionate people. But
so
how different is it?
that kind of sucks. Like I would kind of just much prefer
such a fun environment.
a stupid
That's the great thing with all the
placeholder
people
type
that you're surrounded by. You can
background
learn from
with
there's new technologies going on
some
in the industry. It's just an exciting environment.
Generic music until this was all done.
Very generic music, elevator music. That'll work.
I mean, again, tons of industries. But what is it about games?
Typically, right now, I'd ask you what you're looking forward to, what you're hoping for. But
I'm not really looking forward to anything. I'm here for Anthem, and that's it. Like that's literally it. I don't even really care about the game, but that's literally the only reason why I'm here. I don't even like the Battlefield games anymore. I think I've got this disease where I just hate every game now.
So that's all we have to do. Go to EA.com/careers.
EA.com.
There's something definitely wrong with you on that.
Check out our locations across the globe.
I know there is.
Shannon, thank you so much.
I'm going with it.
Have a great time.
I'm gonna have an awesome
I'm trying to get
That's just one job that
the
you get in the
link
games
to
industry,
my
but perhaps
stream so that
video
I
games
can
is the job you want. That's right.
tweet it out, and
how about playing the games
for whatever reason it's not showing up under my account.
EA has play testing events.
Whoa, there we go.
That's right. You can be a gameplay tester. That means
okay, we got like three and a half
years
minutes.
before they come out. And having the opportunity to help develop that game.
But mine will start before yours.
Wait, why is it not streaming?
Maybe
Wait.
you live in the United States. Canada,
okay, it says it's weird. It says that I'm on air.
EA has studios in all those locations.
Oh, there we go.
Super easy for you to go
to.
It's been so long since I've used
/playtesting. You can find a perfect career path for you in testing.
Since I've used this older capture card.
You don't live in those areas? There's something in there for you too. Why?
So, how prepared are you
games
for all the fringe that is essentially going to happen?
Really, all I want to do is I just want to see Anthem, and I want to see
video games, giving your feedback and
Battlefield 5.
How these video games
That's it.
Made.
I mean,
so once again,
I'm here for the cringe, and I'm here for the Anthem and the Battlefield, and that's it.
We're gonna get those sports games. You know what? Did you see the thing? I think it was I think it's Walmart over there. Yeah. No. Did you see all the leak? They leaked every single game for E3 to pre-order.
So that's again.
Walmart Canada.
Now we're gonna go ahead inside.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure.
What Andreas
like, essentially, what happened was, like, everybody said, like, there's stuff there, like, what do we call it? Just Cause 4. So people started to think, oh, it's just fake. And then Just Cause 4 was announced, and it's like, okay, maybe this is real. And now that we're kicking off things.
But I want to learn a little bit more about the Palladium itself, and that's why I found.
I can't remember some of the stuff
Dylan
on there.
right here. Dylan, how you doing? How you doing, brother?
But, yeah.
Tell me about the Palladium. About this venue that makes it so.
Yeah,
this
E3 has definitely been very laggy.
Laggy.
Very leaky.
Night, Frank Sinatra was an opener on the bill.
I think that's the problem with E3 though.
Old Blue Eyes was the opener?
Opening.
It's got to the point where
since then, about everyone's played here. Rolling Stones, Nirvana, Prince, Elton John, lately Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake.
Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, even for like just a basic game,
about everything in between. And then last year, EA came in for the first time, transformed the parking lot, the venue,
you don't
blew it up even more this year.
As soon as you do,
and so now we
you're
have
not really going to look forward to it.
Gaming, music, it's a great time.
No.
Yeah.
And so,
wait, we've got to wait for like the Bethesda one, haven't we, as well? That's another one that I want to see, but I can't because it's going to be really late for me.
There's
so,
thousands of people that come through. Have a good
I'm
time.
not going to be able to join you for that
talent.
one,
They come and play concerts at night.
But,
it's a really good time.
Yeah, I
thank you so
really
much,
want to see.
Appreciate it. Thank you. That's a little bit about the Palladium, and now let's head inside and check out the show.
Oh, here we go, finally.
Fun zone.
Wait,
she told me to rap.
Did you do it?
Did I do what?
Or not rapping.
Did you do the link
We're
thing?
still. I was live.
Oh yeah. I did that.
Fun zone, my friends.
Okay.
This is where you can get all your real
and I also included you in the tweet.
Say perhaps you'd like to play a game in a race chair.
Oh
with
crap,
a
that
steering
means
wheel.
I have to retweet it, and I can't reach any of my forms of technology besides my computer. And I don't want to type anything in, because if I do, the computer could crash for all I know. That's how terrible it is.
We're going inside. Let's head inside.
It is amazing that you're able to produce anything on a computer that bad. My hat's off to you, sir.
That's probably the reason why I don't produce anything. I haven't uploaded for how long? I don't even know.
You know what? I do have to give EA props so far. They're on time.
Yeah. Wait. Oh crap! It's starting. Oh, it's starting. Okay. Oh, finally, I've used it. Yeah, what everybody's looking forward to, FIFA and The Sims.
Hey, FIFA's huge for them.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Same people that buy everything. I just want to collect them all.
I just hope we don't have any, like, cringe.
Oh no, that's inevitable.
Ooh.
3D.
Well, I was gonna say cringe of like two guys in sports jackets coming out doing a shitty high five like last year.
Or somebody shaking somebody's hand and missing. Please, we need that.
Oh
somebody goes for the shake hand, somebody else goes for a fist.
That was Anthem.
That was pretty awesome.
About that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, that was
but
cool.
Welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready. Because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course.
I wish I was there.
We're going to kick things off with a look at
do
Battlefield 5
Well, I don't know.
I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up.
It
Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited? Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well,
no. You know, it's awkward. I don't know who she is, but I'm positive. You know, she's a lot more successful and stuff than either one of us. I should probably know who she is, but
no, 100%, 100%. She's definitely more successful than me. I mean, anybody's more successful than me.
Wait, are they starting off with Battlefield 5 right off the bat?
That would be great. Hey, we seem to be pretty synced up because it happened at the exact same time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, disclaimer. With Zerowave streaming from the UK, our streams might be a little out of sync.
Yeah.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, it's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works, and you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages.
Nice.
And our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing you for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever.
The typical dramatic look up into the distance.
Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass.
So no loot boxes at all.
Every day will bring something new.
They said
for
like
that journey after launch,
Battlefront, like
get
oh, there's going to
something
be
I know
free
a lot of
DLC
you
and stuff,
have been
and then they
asking
mess
for.
it up somehow.
How are they making money though?
Royale.
Wait.
It's
wait, what?
No.
Reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience. We will bring you an experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else.
But we haven't played before. Oh no, we haven't. Of course we haven't.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
What?
Random.
Which probably means that this part is gonna cause my video to be blocked on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh no, this doesn't sound like it's licensed music. At least so far.
Still with the Frostbite engine, which is good.
Well, that's their engine. That's their baby. So I don't see them ever dropping it.
I really hope they don't.
I'm kind of disappointed that we have to wait till tomorrow on Microsoft's conference to get a closer look.
You know how they say it's a sandbox? I just saw a guy with a hammer, and then I just saw somebody place down some sandbags. Can you actually genuinely place sandbags down on the field? Because you can move artillery.
Yeah. You can. There's specific spots where you can lay down sandbags, and everything in this game has an animation.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about the whole Battle Royale thing. I mean, I read that they were going to do a Battle Royale after launch.
Oh yeah, no, I heard that back in Battlefield 1. Like, that's when I heard that. Way before this was announced, I heard something.
Oh, it's a war story that we're going to see tomorrow. I want to see the multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer is the only good, like, well, obviously they're sometimes good, but like, mainly,
well, the war stories in Battlefield 1 were pretty decent. They're easily the best Battlefield campaigns ever since the Bad Company 2.
I think with a lot of Battlefield campaigns though, they look good. They, like, graphically they're amazing. But I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing on console and like multiplayer's locked at like 30 FPS, and then when you go on single player at 60. football. I mean, I don't know how you can make football dramatic, but they do their best.
Oh, this is the part that's going to be blocked, or I'm going to have to edit this out of the video. So pretty much all our commentary right here is going to be muffled and muted out.
Okay, thank you. That's awful. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, is this also going to be taken?
And I wonder, is there a way that you can turn up your microphone volume? Because I turned down the game audio, but if I can, or the stream audio.
That's the UEFA Champions League.
Because you and the stream are like right at the same audio, so you guys are like competing for each other.
Like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game.
I can speak a bit louder though.
And a special thanks to the legendary
that works.
Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision.
Wait, did they say Hans Zimmer?
The Champions League comes to life.
Yeah, something about
in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo
couldn't care less
and Neymar
about
clash
football.
every year. And it's the place
or
where champions rise.
Yeah,
and you've been asking for this.
That's why I got this. I got a sports shirt on now. That it's, but it just says sports. So it's nothing but pure sarcasm. You know, it's just a sarcastic shirt to all the people that wear actual sports shirts. Which, if you're into sports, that's more than fine.
In your story mode, the journey.
I'm just not.
I'm all for esports and stuff and crap like that, but like
and we'll share more details on that along with all our other.
See, I'm not even in the esports.
I like esports, but like it depends though. It's for like
as you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay.
I use it to improve my gameplay myself by just watching them.
From your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. Yes. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now
can you change about like
quality bar in gameplay was
FIFA?
raised
Like what more can you do?
So we look forward to everybody
the core gameplays never changed. I mean, obviously they added new animations for like specific things that they've done in the past, or something ridiculous like that. But
and that's our FIFA 19 news.
I'm sure they can always do more.
UEFA Champions League, but I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect.
Actually, I really don't know if they can.
Standing
like,
next
there's
to
not
this
that
trophy
much.
is a little bit
like,
surreal.
I'm trying to think now, and I can't think of anything that they could really change
there's two
or
iconic
improve.
trophies that
like
every
graphics,
young player dreams of
it.
winning. And for your club, it's this one.
The graphics
the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy.
I don't know why, but I can't get my full screen back.
Oh no.
I minimized it
in just 5 days
so that I could check something,
and
it just...
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why
there we go.
Just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch.
So they essentially, I swear down, they're going to be giving away a ticket to the World Cup or some ridiculous stuff like that.
Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year.
It's a ticket, yeah.
Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
What the hell are they doing?
I don't know. I don't watch soccer. I'm sorry, football.
Yeah, no, it's football, damn it.
No. I completely agree. It is complete. I mean, I think it's incredibly stupid that we decided to change the name to soccer, and
we don't want to stop there. We want to invite.
We changed the one that you carry with your hands and your arms
as
football.
FIFA 18 complete.
You have kickoffs, you have punts, and you have field goal kicks. That's it. That's all that it has to do with your feet. And yet we call it football.
Download and play the entire game right now for free.
Yeah. I don't know. Why not just call football soccer here and soccer football?
So to kick off the trial,
like it should be.
Like
what the hell does soccer even mean?
Playing live at the end of the show,
yeah,
representing
soccer
their
doesn't actually mean anything, really, does it?
Tournament.
I don't think so.
Oh no, I know what it is. Yeah, no, it's a sock, innit?
Plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World
Cup.
Something to do with the
and
sock.
we'll bring you all the details on FIFA.
You're joking me, right?
But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
still.
All from Easton.
Here, I was thinking you actually knew something I didn't.
Well, no, could you imagine? Like, it's something to do with your foot. The sock, yeah. Just because they have specific football socks, you know.
It is the big day. On the biggest stage.
Sport.
The World Cup.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh,
I found
free trial. Play now.
EA Sports, FIFA 19. You know, the
it's going to be like a 40
gigabyte
download to just
20
do a
million
goal
people
kick
from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to be have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms.
I can see this taking off next generation.
Games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms.
I don't know.
But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week we've got a tech demo.
We're talking like OnLive, what OnLive used to do.
In HD.
Was it Gaikai? Genki, something like that.
That you'll be able to try out for yourself.
I don't get it though, because like you know how they're like playing from like on their phone from the controller. So the controller's actually the console.
The second part of that, of course, is subscription.
No, it's
subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy.
The console is a server that's many miles away, and you're basically streaming the game in real time.
Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5,
you hear like 5
and
people
of course
start
Anthem.
Clapping, and
there'll be many more titles in the years to come.
You know, it makes sense that Madden's not going to have a huge following on the PC because that hasn't been there in over a decade.
And other publishers.
That's true.
And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now,
that's pretty big though.
Experience the benefits and joys of subscription. Come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our subscription.
They're essentially following Microsoft's.
Thank you and have a great show.
They're following Microsoft's business model with Game Pass, where day one every single first-party Microsoft game is on Game Pass. They're doing the same thing with their EA Origins Access or whatever it's called. Yeah, this is another area where I'm probably going to have to cut the audio because of the music. Thanks, EA.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about all these and like some music that obviously has been bass boosted dramatically for whenever, you know, something minor happens.
Oh, it has nothing to do with base boosting or anything like that. What will happen is, because it happened last year at E3, the stream will work just fine. And then after the stream gets posted,
everybody.
Then they'll start
the video will get blocked.
Inside the crowd at EA Play.
And it'll say it was blocked because of licensed music that I don't have the right to stream or have on my channel. So it'll give me an option to cut the audio out of the video so that I can publicly
seeing new games.
Have the game or have the stream there.
About that man on PC, right? Yeah.
And
you guys may have seen that.
So when I remove the audio, that removes our audio.
Just hear it. She just said, "Oh, people were super excited for that Madden on PC, weren't they?"
I mean,
we
we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass.
Oh, this is. I just realized that this is Vince.
We wanted to bring a little tidbit, so we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh,
nice.
You guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
You know what? So many things can be announced
at
E3
Star Wars
and then just
name
cancelled
is
later down the
Jedi
line. It's
Fallen
happened
Order.
so many times so far.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
You got anything
Oh wait,
else?
this is VR, right?
Well, it takes place during the dark times.
This is Respawn.
Might be a little vague here, but
yeah, no, but like
the
she
Jedis
acted like as if it was like, oh, I can hold a lightsaber.
So for all the
no,
the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between
you get in the game.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
I don't know. They announced the
bad time. Does that mean it's going to just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
Is it EA?
EA pulled
all right,
what?
so I think people are now anxiously want to know like when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019.
Yeah, that's what Visceral was working on before they shut.
Sorry to dash any hope.
Shut them down.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Vince,
yeah.
It was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
This should be good.
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And
you're hunting Ewoks?
Thank you.
I already played that.
It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars. It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce the most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes,
finally making his debut in Battlefront after all these years. So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
You know what, that one doesn't make sense,
the team
but I like
home
it,
is
and everybody
extremely excited to be building all of these cool things.
But it doesn't make sense because they got Vader in there already.
We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future.
I'm actually
Thank
really
you very
happy
much
now,
for playing the game, providing us with your feedback, talking to us. Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you. So thank you, may the Force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
Okay, that is my money well spent, and I guess I feel less terrible now. What is? Oh, of course, crap. Oh wait, why has he got like a third thing? He didn't have that before. It's a new one.
What was it, just 2?
Yeah. No, this is another character. The last one only had like 2. And he drowned and died. Okay. That was an unneeded
really good
long.
In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond.
Multiplayer.
And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off on an adventure.
Yeah, I knew it.
So
is this underwater?
To Unravel 2.
Yeah, and you connect it by a rope so you can do things together. Lift somebody up and then... That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These 2 little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new
something
and
that EA needs.
Together. And the whole game is inspired by
the
spirit of
second chance.
Togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with 2 characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend. But there's always 2 characters there, sharing one yarn and working together.
Wait, so one joystick will control one character and the other will the other, like
this game,
Brothers of Tale 2 something?
It's quite different from the first.
That's how that Brothers game was, right?
Yeah, above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor.
They kind of look creepy.
I want to show it to you now.
Yeah,
so
I
brought some help. So please welcome
It's
Michael
really weird
to the
how
stage.
it works, though, because
so
the ravel kind of like disappears slightly when they go down, and then it comes out and then goes back. It doesn't make sense.
We're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
There's a masturbation joke in there.
So this wasn't prepared?
Yeah, I saw that now.
There we are.
Oh, that was cool. They had some debug menus there.
So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were like fun and exciting.
Yeah, this looks amazing. I mean, I know it's a side-scroller, but...
puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving,
I'm not really a big
you can
fan
split
of
apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters. Because
you're not a big fan of what?
That's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across.
Okay, that would take me 2 hours to fucking figure out.
So, I'm gonna be the...
I don't even deserve to play these types of games.
I'll be blue. Little celebratory flip there.
Now this is a really good bonding exercise for a friend that you hate.
Or
they have
playing it safely now.
Or a good test on, for a friend you like.
I'll swing.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
Nice. And I'll catch you. There you
go. No, this is gonna just like annoy you. Like this is like if you play it with your friend, like flipping out, you're just both gonna get annoyed at each other constantly. You didn't even do it right. What are you doing?
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can. Got it?
Scary. Oh.
Probably because they have to time their jumps.
Yeah. I think if they drop it.
I wonder if there's anything you can do so you can screw up your friends so they get eaten.
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse.
I'll sneak up here.
Okay, so the goal is to like get whatever that is back, right?
Look at me.
I don't know what it is.
Keep him up to the left.
Spark or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Now I'll go.
Okay, yeah, no, this also would take me ages to figure out.
Alright. I'll pull you up.
Look, did you just see the chicken there for a second? Like,
no.
It just started like looking side to side and glitching out of it.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah, finally.
Great demo. Great.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2,
I'm happy EA is sticking with them.
Yeah.
Or with the IP.
I like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort on so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
I do like how they're putting a bigger, I guess, focus on the developers.
I do also like how the way they've done it is they've split up all of these different games, with like one really big one, one kind of indie one, and then another really big one, and I think that's how they're going to do this. Fairly sure. This part's probably also going to be cut out. Who knows? Who knows?
Is this a real song?
Probably. I mean, it sounds legit.
I hope not. Man, I would die so many times in this game.
Yeah. I think this is like, you know what? You know what's hilarious? I'm fairly sure, I bet you any money that there have been any, what do you call it? Move on. There we go.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
So thank you, Martin, and thank you.
That doesn't make any sense.
Back in 2015,
they just Saturn launched the game.
The original Unravel.
That's
seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program.
I think they're trying to get it out there before the hype dies down. Because if you leave it a couple weeks,
to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Page on the way out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think.
Yeah.
Anyhow, in March that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new.
I own it. I just haven't played it yet.
We saw over 2 million.
Oh no, I know what happens and everything, but.
And a way out.
No, I don't want to hear it.
That Joseph
no, don't worry.
Team
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not
into a new studio.
Don't worry.
So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
This sounds interesting.
Thank you, Patrick.
Already, but...
I still remember during the pitch
she just ran on
how
stage.
enthusiastic Patrick was.
Well, I like how overwhelmed she seems with all this.
Including me, we're super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now.
It's like when somebody wins an Oscar and they just start crying. It's like, okay, great.
Yeah, look at it. I mean, I love the passion. I absolutely love the passion.
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways, so that players
is there any form of gameplay
who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so.
I want to get what she means.
But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all.
You know, this genuinely reminds me of A Way Out.
Young woman named Kay,
like genuinely,
who is
like the way they're talking
from
about it.
such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness,
I just hope we get to see something.
turns to the outside,
yes.
and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why.
Because I'm really intrigued.
But also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace.
Yeah, somebody's gonna die in this story, you already know it.
Or your self-doubt.
Spoilers,
in the same
dude.
way you embrace your joy or your hope.
No, it's just so obvious. Like, they did this in so many games.
And that's what our game is.
Let's make a game that's really sad, and then we also make somebody die in it, and then people feel as if, you know, that was a good game because somebody's died in it.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now.
Okay, this looks sick. I like the art style.
Yeah, no, I really dig the art style.
But nothing is new. Alone in my room.
I love that we're at a point in the generation where, you know, the tech has pretty much been figured out. It's been ironed out. And so studios can now focus on the art side of it and the imaginative side of it.
Yeah, I'm the one.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not
It looks really good. And now NBA.
Yeah.
And we can put you on an island.
I mean, I'm kind of just like disappointed more than anything. Didn't get to see much of it. I mean, they weren't going to show you that much, because what can they show you really? Before spoiling with the squad.
No, but I do like that they
say it how you want. Trust the process.
They let them explain where the vision for the game came from.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it gave some context.
It's like when you listen to an artist talk about, you know, their art piece. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever your fit, or however you ball.
And that's like a point of like, you can't say that games aren't art at that point.
Yeah, I do not understand how anybody can argue otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know what? I don't know, like, what was that basketball game? I swear down there was a basketball game that was, like the street version.
NBA Street?
Yeah, yeah. They haven't made a sequel to that. Maybe...
They haven't made a sequel to that since the Xbox PS2 GameCube days. I'm pretty sure that's the last time we've seen one of those games.
No, because NBA Street, wasn't that like 360?
I'm sorry, what now?
Wasn't like a street game or something to do basketball?
Way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have
an incredible matchup. It's a rematch.
I completely forgot what it was called. Something else. It literally might have been a completely different sport, and I might think it's completely different.
You want to get smacked again on TV?
Madden 18 champion. He's finally done.
I do think it's kind of funny how, even with the power of today's machines, Madden still doesn't look as good as that pre-rendered trailer that they showed off before the 360 launched.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Oh.
Been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping? Wow, already starting. Okay.
Okay.
I'm Juju Smith-Schuster.
You know, they were doing pretty good keeping away from the cringe.
Touchdown celebration.
I know.
That's pretty fire. I like that.
And then we got this.
As you guys
Which, you know, I'm happy for these guys' success,
18,
but
Madden champion, like
the scripted back and
It
forth.
might not even be scripted for all we know. This could be normal. That's
true. That's true.
I'm very. It's really hard to be sarcastic these days.
It's I've always been a competitor.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm, so then I picked up Madden. And at first, I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to a tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but
Okay,
I
the
chased that
cringe
money.
is dying down.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer.
That's to bring it out.
It's going to be so
he was
fun.
told, they rang him up. They were like, you can't stay in this pro league if you don't come here with your belt and show off how much money we're giving this.
Have a good day.
Actually, this looks pretty damn close to that pre-rendered trailer from the 60 reveal.
I can't tell whether this is gameplay or...
Well, it's not gameplay, but it's in-engine.
All just to get to this place where you've been...
It said on the bottom in-engine. Oh! Wait, is this the first time they're moving over to Frostbite?
You fall.
Well, no wonder it looks a little bit.
I think this is the first time they're moving to Frostbite. And that's probably why this is the first one on PC.
That it was really
Oh.
never about reaching the end of the road.
Actually, yeah, no, that makes total sense.
The previous ones were on their what the hell was it called? Fury engine or something. They had a sports specific engine that they revealed, I think, at the PS4 reveal press conference.
You were in their position.
Oh, I was gonna say the Browns getting sacked.
Find the moment.
See, I can already tell this game isn't realistic.
Yeah.
There's no way the quarterback would have gotten out of that.
Also some of the physics and stuff didn't, like, the impact didn't really look like there was any impact at all.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live, winner-take-all, head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple.
You know
Just
what?
tap it,
I don't
tap
get
its
mobile
destination,
games.
Unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this
look at that! Look at
missile
that! Look at those graphics! Look at that
Control the missile
gameplay!
by standing on a majority of the.
There's a place for mobile games, as long as they're not like horrible mobile games.
The bar fills up.
Yeah, I completely
two
just
missiles
I
to
don't even
destroy the
like
enemy's
mobile
base
games.
and
Anybody
win.
who calls themselves a gamer and they only play mobile.
No. Come on.
Absolutely.
What's the difference between someone that spends 40 hours playing a mobile game and someone that plays 40 hours on a console game?
Please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there
definitely
is.
A difference.
Make some noise for In Control.
Sadly, a part of me agrees with you just because I can't sing Candy Crush. But on principle, I don't agree with you.
Clash of Clans or some ridiculous stuff like that where it's like you log in daily to do something like that.
A competitive
I don't know
mobile
any
gaming phenomenon.
gameplay.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage
there are
Nick at Night.
There are a couple with decent gameplay for a phone game, but flipping hell. But like most of them are just like drag and drop kind of
Now,
thing.
Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
I mean,
All
they've
right,
tried
are
to
the
do like
players
FPS
ready? Let's
games on
get this thing going.
phone
Ready
and
to
stuff,
go.
and it's completely
I'm ready to
failed
go.
because it
Let's
just
do it.
doesn't
All
work.
right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game
They
for those of you out there.
had some decent
Genre.
games on there.
I mean, they players are
like
loading in, and we are ready to
Fortnite and crap like that on there. To be honest, it really didn't work. Like,
Fortnite is surprisingly impressive though on mobile.
Yeah, no, I'll give him that. It is impressive to port it over to that kind of thing, but like.
So is PUBG, really.
Come out to hold that top
Yeah,
point. Both
yeah.
players,
But no,
of course,
I just don't.
trying to take that
know.
position. Nick and Knight being able to reset a little bit first in a strategy game, that flank position. That
Well,
control's going
it's not a good. For me, it's not a good replacement with the console or PC experience, but still.
Looks like he's getting there.
You know.
Here comes GDI
But if you've got nothing else to do, and you've
Rhino.
got your phone with you, but you haven't got your
Going
console.
for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep. Nick and Knight with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover
Yeah,
that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and fire.
Well, hopefully after this we can see
It's the
Anthem.
most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right. And In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
I mean, this
He's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger, more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help flank those
some
flamethrowers.
Right, absolutely. Again, it was going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used.
And I'm sure anybody watching can't hear a word you're saying right now.
Crap, really?
Yeah, definitely for the next stream, we're going to have to try to figure something out about your audio.
We see it starts to point towards In Control.
I know that we were a little pressed for time today.
In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, put it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for the strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins to secure the northwest spot. Another tank's going to come out from Nick at Night to take it out, but now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks, he takes the top, that missile, and that fires off.
Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heady artillery forces are doing a great job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
And we can see as more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those as your economy allows you to get these big late units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control, just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so far.
Well,
trying to get in.
I don't know. Maybe yes and no. There's so many mobile games that come out that this is a good way to make sure it doesn't get buried.
Now moving his tank towards
another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile,
and there's plenty of
coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions.
Like strategy type games on mobile.
Deal with that tank, going for counters,
yeah,
trying to scout out and see what your opponent is
card
doing.
Games are best though. I think card games are best on
Nick and Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. It looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones In Control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
We're seeing the first I think I lose a couple brain cells.
Gonna rip, and this watch out for this missile.
And Nick and Knight's gonna fire that one off. And
I just want to see Anthem.
Next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
Like I wonder how much of this is planned. You know, you let me get a shot on you. You let me, you know.
It's a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of
I sometimes consider that myself because I'm watching like 2 pros like
get this in position, he's
I kind of get the same thing when one of them wins
missile just past halfway ready.
Are
He's
they
also
dragging
bringing out
this
his first air unit
on
to deal with those.
A lot going on here.
I've never seen somebody go like
In Control just
5-0. No, you know what I mean? The best of 5. Like,
it can be stolen at any.
Where's it gonna
I've
go?
never seen somebody go 5-0. Like
got it back.
they drag it out.
Defeating Nick and
that was legit.
Dude, that was epic.
Amazing. What a match. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was epic, was it?
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job.
Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome. We saw a little bit of everything right there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick and Knight, and In Control. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals.
Oh.
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving players
So Command & Conquer isn't completely dead.
control of their armies in quick,
Dead
competitive
to me.
head-to-head
Never seen
matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we
can
can't
only
wait for you to play.
hope that this
Please
is going
let
to be
us know what you
free
think.
and there
Thank
aren't
you.
any microtransactions. However, this is EA. Of course there are. Ooh. What is he? Oh no, that's the trailer for the game, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. Okay, great. You know what, I don't get this, like, why they make, like, really mobile games have, like, such epic trailers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I know trailers are supposed to get you excited about a game.
It is so
but
misleading.
Yeah, but even if this was like a AAA console or PC game, you know, it still wouldn't look this good. At least they show some of the real gameplay.
Yeah, I know, at least.
Oh.
Where they just go and... Wait, what was that?
I don't know enough about the Command & Conquer series, but I know that bald guy is
new generation. Now, before we
he just said the
close
name.
show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things. I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice. Is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly
It's like what they said about microtransactions, and making it feel rewarding.
All the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games.
This entire bit right here is all in reaction and all in response to Battlefront 2.
There's something that is even greater than we can do together. The power of this community when
probably
we
some other games
to
as
do
well
amazing
if they've
things
done
is
that as
profound.
well. I didn't really
Last
pay
weekend
attention
was
to
the
any of
third
them.
year
Didn't get
of our
much
Play to Give
notice,
program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday threat. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you.
But yeah, this entire thing was, you know, not having an unfair advantage, being fair to the users or the gamers, all of that.
The gods vanished.
Is entirely because of Battlefront, but I'm going to shut up about that because this looks good.
Creating. Altering. Destroying.
Wait, this is Anthem, right?
Yeah.
Is all that remains.
There's a storm coming.
I'm guessing this is all PC footage.
Probably.
These walls can't protect us forever.
So it is story-based.
What's that?
So it is more story-based. I thought it was just going to be this multiplayer kind of like. It's kind of like an MMO, but it isn't with dungeons and stuff.
It's probably going to be story-based, like Destiny was story-based.
Yeah. Let's hope it isn't like Destiny.
No, I know. Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah. I thought about the exact same thing that you did. Copyright strike.
Damn licensed music. This is looking really good. And I have a lot of faith in BioWare to produce better stories than...
I really want to see more gameplay rather than just trailers like that. I genuinely want to see gameplay, because...
Well, they're supposed to take a deep dive here, so we'll see gameplay, I'm sure.
We can hope. We can only hope. Because I want to see what mods you get, because like, there's probably different classes, like tank and all that, like, right? And then you probably get different kinds of weapon augments and stuff, probably.
Yeah, yeah. They already discussed all that last year.
You guys have seen it?
Like, the one guy was a tank, the other one was a ranger, which is like the well-rounded.
I know you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year, because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Routsard.
I like this, though. I really like this because, you know, there's been, especially after Battlefront 2, there's been a lot of concerns and stuff with Anthem.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is them showing confidence in it. And
It's got a little game to show, right? Yep.
I'm really liking this.
Exciting. So Casey, we're going to
We
go
can
ahead
only
and
hope
just
there
jump
isn't
right in
anything.
and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying to come back to it. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game? And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. And we also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now, you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, that's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather, or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes.
Okay, yeah, no, this is reminding me
And by
of
doing
ESO.
it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single-player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when, from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or
DLC.
an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline.
I'd much rather have that
I'm
than
not going to complain about
microtransactions or loot boxes.
There's going to either.
Yeah,
so
I guess
I wanted
it's
to
a
ask
fair
you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us,
I really hope they make the
and not
choices
just the
actually
writers,
matter
but
in
all
this.
of the devs, the
Because there's so
designers,
many
the artists, is
MMO-based
that
games like
we're
this
creating
that
something
would,
new and mysterious for players to discover.
make your
So
choices not
at
really
the
feel like
heart
they matter at all.
of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms.
Oh no, we know.
What's the process of
we just want it
creating
to be done right.
from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, whether the storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of Creation. And so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus,
so there's classes.
The Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game.
Sniper,
but the thing to remember is,
fighter,
like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage it, or the javelins that your friends are using.
How much do you want to bet the sniper can go invisible?
Really, what this allows us to do is we've built the suits.
The storm?
Like they're built from the materials.
No,
of the world.
the sniper
so they
guy.
each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things. Really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool, yeah.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now.
I'm kind of disappointed they're not showing off the Storm and the...
Yeah, same. Right now. I really wish I could see Storm. Storm's probably going to be the one I pick.
People out there to send us your questions. And
Because they showed the Ranger and
Sweet Nicole, who asked,
the Colossus last year.
Who is all about making their character their own. What kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks.
Some of them look really ugly.
Paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit.
I like that N7 one. That was cool.
Teams to be able to do this as well.
Yeah.
And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up because actually,
I usually like picking the
has
darkest
a
colors
question connected to
possible.
customization. Monetization. How, when, box, cosmetics.
Here's the moment of truth.
So we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power.
Okay, so no loot boxes, but you can buy
no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey, we talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So
yeah, the Colossus is going to look
really
sick when you're in the middle of fighting like loads of people.
And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above, and then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because at the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people
is this going to be
like
Division?
So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more
difficult.
difficult.
So you don't have to do co-op, which is
well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay?
There we go.
Yeah? You guys want that? All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us.
Gameplay.
I will. So,
I want to see the wizard.
You and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Nice.
I'm really curious of how they're going to balance, like, so when you're out in the world,
time to get to work.
I'll wait till later.
Said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
What gameplay are we going to see? Which one is it? Oh, okay, so it's the tank. Right. Definitely what we wanted to see. Oh yeah, no, they were showing clips of this, weren't they, whilst they were talking?
Yeah, as both the tank.
What's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Right. Checking out the scar camp some more.
Okay.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
Oh, wow.
Looking good so far. Wait, what character's this?
That's the Ranger, I think.
Yeah. That's nice, I like it. And more importantly, what the hell was that? Was that like, it's a giant, like, human-like...
I don't know, and I don't know whether or not they killed it or just pissed it off.
Yeah, it's not... I mean, if they killed it, that was too easy. If they just annoyed it, it's like, what? Oh, okay, so... Yeah, you're essentially setting off the traps for the rest of your team, which is kind of like...
There's a shaker relic.
I like how the tank is like the tank, you know?
Yeah, no, he feels tanky. Like.
See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
Oh, I want to see some storm. Wait, is this storm? No.
Okay. What was the fourth one?
I have no idea. What? One of them had a flamethrower. What the hell? That's sick. Okay.
I think that was a tank.
Yeah.
It looks like it's 2 Colossus and 1 Ranger. Or no, there's...
Return them to the relic.
Is that the storm?
Oh,
that's the storm. That's the storm.
Oh yeah, no, I see it. Yeah. So it can teleport. Okay, it just uses a
SMG.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
it's got
wait.
silence. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
Oh, okay, so that was the disaster.
What the hell was that?
Oh, I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
I really want to see more of the Storm guy. Yeah. He's probably the coolest looking one. I mean, they're all pretty cool looking. It's just that, like, he's probably the one I relate with most. Character.
Well, I want to see what abilities it has. Whoa.
Clearly, I don't think any of the other ones can just sit there and hover. I haven't seen any of them just sit there and hover.
Ah, man, I knew they were gonna do some kind of ending tease like that.
I mean, I really wanted to see more of that Storm guy.
How cool
is that's annoying.
I'm so hyped, you guys.
Yep, and that was actually just
I'm
short
kind
version
of
of the
hyped.
full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want
know what I'm
to
getting,
come by the amphitheater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
That's ages away.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire
like
off
next
your tweets.
year.
Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire BioWare team.
Don't
I
want
know
to
you
wait
guys
next
had
year.
that awesome theater outside, so I will.
As long as there isn't any red flags, I'm there day one.
Yeah, same. I just really wanted it to be like out a bit earlier. I guess they've got some
all
bugs
of the
to fix and
developers
stuff.
who showcased their games
I'll give
today,
them
and
that.
everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Okay, so that was it, really?
Now, some of what you saw today,
I didn't expect much
wait
more.
To play, but you guys,
EA
has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest.
No,
I get it.
No, I don't want any of it.
So, I want to let you guys know.
Unravel 2 sounds
because
good.
In just a few moments, the FIFA
sounds
18
good, but it's
World
definitely
Cup
something that I'd have in my library and would never play.
I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, dramatic stuff. Oh, great, yay. Yeah. Everything that was here, besides Unraveled, we already knew about. Like, pretty much all of it we already knew was gonna, like, come
Well,
out.
we didn't know about the Command & Conquer mobile game, did we?
Okay, please tell me you're joking.
Hi guys, my name is
That
True
is
Boy.
a
Welcome
mobile
back
game. Mobile game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I should have paused it at the EA, but now I'm pausing it at these two gentlemen right here. Anyways, real quick, because I don't want to have this stream going on too long. But what are your thoughts?
So far, I genuinely think that everything is looking good. Everything was pretty much already announced, so we kind of already knew everything that was coming. They didn't really announce anything new besides Unraveled and some other like basic things, but that one with the boat, what was it called? It was the SOS one. Yeah, that one looks interesting. The art style looks good.
Yeah, that was new.
But apart from that, I can't really think of anything else that like looked really good besides Anthem. Like Anthem was the most hype-worthy thing, really. Like, I really do want to see more Storm though. Storm has that kind of look to him where he might be probably the coolest one there.
Yeah, I was disappointed that other than the agility, the only thing that we saw was it shooting an SMG, and it didn't really seem like it was doing much.
I really wish that in the game what they can do is one thing that you can get is one of you can essentially be like a healer, but you're not really healing. You send out repair bots to other mechs and fix them. That'd be cool.
Okay.
That'd be really cool. But
yeah, well, I figure if that'd be anyone, it'd be Storm, because the Storm seems to be the mage of the group.
Yeah,
there's the mage, there's the knight or whatever you want to call it, which is the ranger.
At the same time, they might all have healing built into them anyway, so that it might be pointless having a healer.
Probably, that's true.
They are like mech suits, so they probably do have something.
What I started on earlier is the one thing that I'm kind of confused on is that it sounded like out in the world you're going to be co-op. You know, it's going to be co-op gameplay, and then when you go back to the main hub area, it automatically switches to single player. So is this going to be a I don't know how much of Monster Hunter World you've played. But
I said in like the middle of like them speaking and stuff, but like I don't think you heard. But like I said, it was going to be like Division. I think it's going to be like Division. You know, where you go into a zone and then you join other people on that little mission, and then after that mission's over, you disband the group. And you can like fly around together with a small group and go around normally.
I thought in Division you stayed together. Now I do remember.
You can do
when you enter the main bases or something, you did kind of disconnect with your group, right?
Yeah.
But then once you left the group, you reconnected. So if it's something like that, that'd be awesome. That would be more than fine.
I think it depended on like whether you were in a group or not. If you leave and you're in a group, that person will still be around, right? But if you leave and you're not in a group and you see other players around, then every other player just disappears. As soon as you leave the main hub.
It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah, no, also, no. Division 2 is going to be announced though, isn't it? This.
Yeah, that should be showed this week or next week or whatever you want to call it.
I'm not that hyped for it. Hey, Just Cause 4 though, they might actually bring multiplayer for once. That could be good.
Yeah, that is. I was really disappointed they didn't have it with 3, and I know you know they were pretty public.
Modders and stuff, but it's that's only for PC, and it wasn't even that great because you're all with the same character, and they didn't even mod it so you could play different characters. But yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't even care if you're the same character. I've played co-op games where you're all the same character, and it's never once bothered me.
To be honest, I don't really like games where you're forced to play a specific character rather than create your own. I don't know what it is. It's been with every game that I've played so far. Witcher I couldn't get into because you were playing another character that you had no real control over besides chat options, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I kind of like the whole make your own character and make decisions feel like that's what that character made and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, the one thing I gotta say is I think it's kind of funny that right now where I have the stream paused, to there's a guy on the left that seems like he's just trying to get a word in edgewise, and then there's a guy on the right that seems like he's just almost too interested in what we have to say. But yeah, Battlefield 5 and Anthem were really the only 2 games I was interested in, and those they delivered.
Yeah,
I was happy on those. I'm happy with what I see on those, as long as there's no red flags and as long as there's nothing that completely tears me away from wanting to get them day one. I'll be there day one. I'm kind of interested to how they're gonna make money in Battlefield 5. If there's no, to me that means that there's not going to be loot boxes, but there is going to be cosmetic microtransactions.
There will be mass amounts of DLC like with every Battlefield game. That is also a thing. Because I know with Battlefield 4, that one went on for ages, and there was so much content. If you list all the DLCs for that game, it is insane, and they all cost around about £14 or something.
Yeah, and the game was over 100 gigs, all said and done. The problem that they did with Battlefield 4 was that they kept every DLC in its own playlist. And so you had the choice to play the main game that had 11 maps, and then you had each of the DLCs that had 3 or 4 maps in a rotation. Yeah. And those were fine in the beginning, but then after a while, it got boring playing the same 4 maps.
Essentially what happened was because I went on the bandwagon for Battlefield 4 really late, right? Way later on into its life cycle.
After they fixed it.
Yeah, well, Battlefield 1 was just about to come out and stuff. That's the kind of time zone where I actually got into it. And essentially, what happened is that you couldn't really get into a game besides the maps that everybody really liked. So I never got to experience many of the other maps.
The vanilla maps. Those are.
All I got to experience was the Shanghai one, the Operation Locker, and there's the Flooded City one, and one other. I can't remember what the other one was.
I was never a fan of the Flooded one.
Yeah, I mean, there were those were the 4 or 3 maps that I could actually play because the servers that were being run were community servers. None of the original servers were really there, and if they were, nobody was playing on them.
That was the last Battlefield that they let you have home-based servers. You can rent servers.
With that is that as soon as you join a game and stuff, and then people will be there's rules, right? I didn't realize this when I was first playing, but before you join the game on the loading screen, there's some rules, and it's stuff like, oh, no shotguns allowed, or no snipers allowed, or something like that, right? I go into the game and use a shotgun, and then I'm told to like either leave or just not use a shotgun. It's like, okay, now it's really hard to find a game because all of them say, okay, you're not allowed to use a shotgun, but then how am I meant to level up my shotgun skill line and stuff? And it when you get into a game really late, it's not healthy.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if there's any. It's been a while since I played Battlefield 4, but the last time I did, there were very, very few official EA hosted or DICE hosted servers.
And if there were some, nobody was playing on them. But yeah, something else that I was pretty hyped for, like in this, was the DLC, not DLC, but the update to Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2, yeah, where you're squealing like a pig, that was.
I want those characters. You know what? Right, I feel really terrible for buying the game, but I bought it after they decided to change stuff, so I don't feel as bad, but I still feel pretty bad because it's EA. But then it's like, if you buy any EA title, you're essentially still giving them money. You might as well spend it on something that you're going to play. And I kind of liked it. I haven't played it in a while, but I kind of liked it. The Ewok Hunt thing was probably the worst thing that they could come out with. Like, why did they even come out of it? Because loads of people were playing it, loads of people were enjoying it, but I didn't see why.
They talked it up during the conference. Every once in a while, I think about picking it up. It's actually on sale right now, I think for $22 or something.
Yeah, I bought around about that as well.
And I was a little tempted to get it, but I don't know. I still can't push myself over the edge just because of the way they launched it.
The edge right after they decided, okay, hey, blah blah blah, we're going to change things. But then, I wanted it to be like a kind of positive reinforcement, but at the same time, I still felt pretty bad about it because it's like, okay, well, you bought it now, and now this company has money. But then at the same time, I haven't regretted it since. I've been playing the crap out of it. But
they're going to have money anyways. I mean,
if you're gonna buy something that you enjoy. Don't completely care about what other people think. It's what you think that really matters. So that's what I always think.
Well, I don't think that anybody should care what anyone thinks in general. For me, it was just a matter of principle. I don't really judge anybody that bought the game anyways. I would have preferred that people, or I would prefer that people at launch didn't support the whole loot box. Buy into that. I'm not going to judge them, but it's their money.
I've been watching a lot of YouTubers do videos on it, and they're trying to build the community back up, and it's working. The community is becoming more more of a community in general, and we're all just playing the game, having a bit of fun, doing stuff like that. But one problem that most content creators had was there was no content for the game, and that's why Ewok Hunt was probably the worst thing that they could have added. We were waiting so long for characters, but they've made up for it. They've gave us 4 characters in one go, so I'm happy about that. But flipping hell, I wanted that.
Is there a healthy amount of content now?
Oh, right now they recently came out with the Han Solo thing, right? I haven't really seen much of it, but in December they came out with a pick your side kind of thing of you can pick the dark side or the light side. For this Solo season, though, they didn't even do that. I thought they were going to do it this time around as well, but no, they decided, hey, we're just going to give you Han Solo skins from the movie, and nobody really wanted that because the Solo movie didn't do that well as it is. But
I don't have any interest in it, but I don't understand the hate for it.
Oh no, for sure. I don't understand the hate for a lot of things, but at the same time, I didn't watch any of it. But yeah, I think that's because I was kind of running out of steam with the amount of content that was coming out for other stuff. I was kind of this is not something that I'm really that into right now. But yeah, some other stuff. I think with Battlefront, is that I think what they've done so far is that they've repaired quite a lot, like with their community. Their community is not, they're not idiots. They're not like, oh, okay, you're giving us this, that's great, yeah, but, you know, I think what happens is that when you've done something like that to a community, there's a lot of distrust there, and it's hard to earn that back from just like a massive community and a massive fan base like Star Wars. It's hard to earn respect after you've done something, you know, like that. But I think they are doing it, and they're playing the cards right now. They haven't done anything too bad so far. I think everything besides the loot boxes and crap and all that, everything's looking okay. There's a lot of updates to the game. Like none of them were content updates, right? They were more like bug fixes and things like that, because they couldn't put out any content because they had to spend most of the time redoing progression systems and things. That's why they're releasing such mass amount of content right now. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that game. I like it. I think it got a bad rap. And I also heard them say something about a like conquest thing. I think they said something about that, because they said capturing points and destroying the motherships, essentially.
Yeah.
So that sounded like.
Just to touch on what I don't think they got a bad rap. I think that they got all the flack that they totally deserved.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But no, it does seem like they've learned their lesson.
And with all
they almost had to.
As well, like they've you know, they repeat themselves over and over again. Like, oh, we know what we've done, all this, that, and that. Well, and it's like, okay, yeah, we understand, but you did really mess up that time around.
But see, that's the thing. You know, they know that they have, because Battlefront 2 sold way below expectations. I think it sold way below the first Battlefront, and that one didn't really sell the greatest either. I mean, it sold great after all the sales and all said and done, but the initial sales I don't think were all that great. But you know, it's clear that they're concerned. It's clear that they're concerned about the ongoing trust issues. You know, people were questioning loot boxes and stuff with Battlefield 5. They were questioning loot boxes and questionable practices in Anthem. And you can tell that they try to make it as clear as possible that they learned their lesson, and they do not want what happened with Battlefront 2 to negatively affect potential sales for future games.
But that's the thing. They are a company, and a company doesn't have feelings. A company does not care about what you're doing, right? They don't care about, you know, ruining a fan base. They're a company.
No, they don't have feelings, but they do care about ruining trust with the fan base, because that affects their bottom line, their sales.
Yeah.
If none of this affected the bottom line of the sales, you know, if Battlefront 2 was a runaway success and it sold beyond expectations and they still kept in all this questionable practices, then yeah, that whole little mini speech there would have never taken place at all.
Yeah, that's true. I do think they tried to get away with things. EA's always tried to get away with things that are pretty hard to get away from.
Not just them. I mean, they're one of the worst offenders, but you know.
They were like rated like the worst company like multiple years in a row or something, wasn't it?
I think to work for, or maybe it was just the worst company. But yeah, they beat out horrible companies like Comcast. And but to end it on a positive note, it was an okay press conference. It was about what I expected. I was happy with Battlefield 5. I was happy with Anthem. Unravel 2 was a nice surprise. The usual sports, which I completely expected and I can completely ignore.
Yeah.
Other than that.
That was pretty interesting. The art pretty much sold it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I do. The concept and the art style is intriguing. The one I don't know. The one major disappointment was there was no major surprises, like outside of the indie lineup. It would have been great to have a completely unknown, hidden AAA game that we didn't know about. And I know they had a little blurb there about Respawn working on a Star Wars game, but it was just like a passing comment of a confirmation. It would have been nice to have, even if it was another Star Wars game, or it would have been nice to have something that was not leaked or was not already announced, that was AAA, big budget, something to, I don't know, drive the excitement beyond the things that we already knew about.
Yeah. I think it's not like the whole thing was a disappointment. It was just like it wasn't enough for like what it was. I mean, I felt as if it wasn't enough, but maybe like they said themselves that like the community doesn't know how hard we work on these games. Essentially, that's what they were saying. But like, yeah, we kind of get what you mean by working hard on a game for so long and then just releasing it and people going, it was okay, but.
Well, I mean, I think people like you and I have good ideas about how hard it is to make games and how hard they work to make games. But when you look at the reaction of gamers and how toxic they can be sometimes, and how it's obvious that they just assume that it's so easy. Why can't you do this? Or why can't you put this in the game? Or why can't you change this? I think that...
Like that. Like everything, to be honest, these days, like, I want this changed. Okay, we'll try, and then nothing gets changed, and then, it's one of those things that's always going to happen.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the developers are usually stuck in a rough spot where, the fan base wants X, Y, and Z, and then the developer has to get funding and approval from the publisher. Do we have the resources? Can we have the money and manpower to add X, Y, and Z? And if the publisher says no, or it doesn't get greenlit, then that usually falls on the developer, making them look bad. And I mean, it is what it is. But an overall okay press conference. It was good in the way that the things I was looking forward to did not disappoint. Battlefield 5 looks awesome, and Anthem also looks amazing. So
the customization in Battlefield, like the amount you can customize, they kind of keep like contradicting themselves slightly, where they say that they want it to be, slightly realistic and have that, feel, and then they let you wear like a jacket with something on the back, like you're a biker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was kind of like slightly put off by that, but I mean, what can you do? It's a game.
I'm okay with it. I don't know. I don't think they need to be overly like desaturated and gritty like so many other war games. I care more about just how it looks and plays, and it looks amazing, and hopefully it plays well.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know whether I'm going to be getting it though. I can't tell yet. I think I'd have to wait a bit longer to get the feel for it.
I can see me getting it.
After the last Battlefield, I was slightly put off. I don't know why. After the amount of DLCs that were just not that great, I was kind of put off slightly. But I'm sure they'll try the best, and that's all you can ask really from a company.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well,
Microsoft tomorrow.
Microsoft and I think Bethesda. I have to look at the schedule again. Yeah, but all right. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me, Zerowave.
It's a pleasure. All
right, and thank you anyone for watching, and we'll check you guys out at the next live conference. Later, guys.
Yeah.